then we're going to use that same hand grip with the food tucked under the thumb. We're going to use that to practice moving the dog and showing the dog how to move their bodies with us. So it doesn't actually matter where you move them to or what you're asking them to do. What matters is that they're following the hand. And the way that we tell them that they've got it right is by literally move the thumb when the dog's following the hand. So following the hand is what we want them to do. So Artie is, if you get him, can you get him on view a bit, because he's beautiful at this. Let's put you on gallery. So this becomes important for other training. If the puppy's not able to learn to follow the hand, then teaching them other things becomes a little bit harder. Okay, so one of the, you know, when we're talking about building blocks and we're getting the foundations in, being able to follow that hand. Dogs are very sensitive to our body signals anyway. If we show them that they need to be more attentive to one particular piece of us, then that makes it a little bit easier for them to learn. Okay, so see if you can get your puppy to do a circle, and then you let that food go when they're following. So we don't lose connection with the nose at any time. And keep that hand close to the nose, and when they're following, we're going to reward them. And Nikki, she's not interested, is she? Bless her. Might need something that's a bit more exciting, depending what you're using. For Dodo at the minute, I'm just using his dinner because it's dinner time and he's hungry. But in a different situation, if he'd already eaten, perhaps he wouldn't be hungry. I might have to have something that's higher value to him. Yeah, now sometimes it is that the puppy doesn't understand and they're a little bit worried. So what I would do, if they're doing that and they're keen for the food but they're not keen to move, what I would do is just wait for that tiny stretch and pay for the stretch. Don't have them move anywhere. So building up the confidence, all I have to do is follow that hand, and the thumb will move and I will get that food. So place your palm towards the dog's nose, like this, look. So you've got your palm facing and the food is almost inside their nose, almost inside their face, but they can't take it until you remove your thumb. So they're licking and licking and licking. And when they're licking and they're pushing and they're moving with you, you can take your thumb off and let them have that piece, because that's the confidence that we want to build. Okay, so quite quickly from that, we're going to take them to another exercise that helps them to understand follow the hand. And this is a targeting exercise. I'm going to move you down here so you can see Dodo a bit better. So this is called the hand target. Now, targeting is a method used to train film dogs, lions, tigers, any form of wildlife can be trained with target training. And we're going to use our hand as a target. And when you're expecting your dog to follow that hand target, it needs to look different to normal hands. So normal hands kind of move around and they're flippy and they're floppy and they're all over the place. When we're going to make it into a target, we're going to make it really clear that this is now, yes, good boy, a target. Okay, so when it's standing around doing nothing, it's not a target. When it flashes in, yes, it's a target. So I'm trying to get him where you can see him. Yes. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to add a verbal marker, because there's no food in this hand anymore. I'm going to add a verbal marker to tell him that when he puts his nose on my hand, that's the right thing, and that will make me get him a treat. Yes. Now, I know the timing on Zoom's a little bit out, but you'll have to trust me that it's when his nose is touching my hand, that's when I say yes. Yes. And then I go and get a reward, and I give that reward with the same hand that I used as a target. Okay, so Sammy, you're in a good position there if you want to show us that. So you can't hear her because I've got her on mute, but trust me, Sammy's timing is now brilliant. It used to be really wishy-washy. Yes. So, yes. Now then, if your puppy's starting to understand that, then you can start to move them with an empty hand. Yes. Yes, and maybe says she wants to play as well. Can you get on your bed? Good girl. There you go. So first stage is with the lure, getting them to follow the hand. Second stage is getting rid of that food, that lure, and letting them follow an empty hand. Now there is an in-between stage. If your puppy's not sure when you offer that empty hand, what you can do is you can trap a piece of food there that they're not going to get. So that stays there. That's just to help the puppy want to target and lick at that hand. We're going to say yes, and then we're going to get a reward to give. But that one is still there. Okay, until your puppy's confident to follow that hand, that's a nice in-betweeny stage.